Greetings, 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 royal family. Happy Monday. It's June 7th, 2021. And today's Monday. Hope everybody had a splendid weekend. I had a whole week off last week, but I'm back. I was gone for a minute, but I'm back with the jump off. Goons in the club. In case something jump off. All right, everybody. We got a cute little lineup today. Pardon my smacking. Excuse me. So we got a cute little lineup today. A whole lot happened last week that I didn't get to cover. And in case you're new here, welcome. My name is Royal B. I don't break any stories over here. I talk about what I want when I want. Okay, so hopefully you will enjoy. Shout out to my live Twitch viewers. Shout out to my royal family members over on YouTube watching the replay. Make sure you guys are commenting, dropping your comments. Please pay your admission fee, okay? And that is hitting the like button, right? If you want to do a little bit extra, I don't mind you sharing the video to your social media platform. I really don't mind. And thank you to those of you who have been sharing the videos to Facebook. Shout out to y'all. All right. So that's it. That's all for the church announcements. I really want to get straight into it so I can get this video up for my YouTube viewers, okay? Judge Joe Brown. Last week, he sat down with Kwame Brown, okay, Kwame Brown is a retired NBA player who has been setting social media on fire. Everybody been tapping on Kwame's shoulder, and he had to give some of y'all a taste of mama's cooking, okay? Mama's seasoning is all on social media. So last week, Judge Joe Brown, with his rude self, sat down with Kwame Brown. You know, they were on live together over on the YouTube. And Judge Joe Brown had some interesting things to say about some of our current entertainers. You might have seen this. For those of you who haven't, like to hear it? Here you go.
See Lizzo with her bare ass trying to twerk in public in front of children. See, that's not right. When I look at Cardi B, who is a streetwalker, brags about how she used to drug her tricks so she could rob them.
Yeah, she did say that.
See, that kind of thing put up as an exemplar of heterosexuality and normalcy. That is not normal. Something's wrong with it. I'm straight. I'm heterosexual.
Mm-hmm.
But when I see Lizzo with her bare ass trying to twerk in public in front of children, see, that's not right. When I look at Cardi,
he had some other things to say about Kamala Harris. He basically said that her way to the top, blanked her way to the top. Yeah, so Judge Joe Brown was on Kwame Brown's YouTube live, cutting up and acting a fool. Now, here's the thing. Somebody put this in the comments here. Celebrities do not raise your children, and I wholeheartedly agree. I understand that sometimes some of your children, you know, young teens, I guess preteens and young kids, are influenced by the things that they have access to. They have cell phones, they have television, you know, they see certain things, social media, if they have access to social media. I get all of that. I feel that it is important as parents to talk to your children. They are going to see a lot of things in the world. Us as adults see a lot of things in the world. And some of us choose not to let certain things influence us, right? So I feel like as parents, we have to teach our children and hope and pray to the Most High that our children make sound decisions that are beneficial to their well-being and the well-being of those who love and sacrifice for them, right? That's all we can do. But I agree, celebrities don't raise your children. You know, if you have a child that is easily influenced, then it's going to take a lifetime of you repeating yourself and drilling certain things into their head. You know, you can only hope for the best, do your best, and really hope for the best. And also lead by example, because you can tell your children a whole bunch of stuff, but if they see you doing opposite of what you say, they're not going to trust you, and they're going to usually mimic what it is that you do. But as far as Judge Joe Brown, I'm deviating from the topic at hand here, but that was today's positive message, right? But as far as Judge Joe Brown is concerned, I feel that Judge Brown is at an age where he doesn't give a F, and he is going to say whatever he wants to say. He has the platform to do it. I think that he's retired, I think, right? On his show, I used to watch his show, and he really used to irritate me because he always used to get into arguments with the young kids. Even when Judge Joe Brown was wrong, he never admitted that he was incorrect, you know? So, you know, this may be his opinion and he's entitled to it, but I just feel like he just be doing a little bit too much. And then a lot of it is for entertainment purposes, so he knows what'll get people riled up. But if you saw the entire interview, which is on Kwame Brown's YouTube channel, Kwame Brown NBA Bust with a T at the end, life. Excuse me, that's the name of his YouTube channel. Check it out. If you did check it out, let me know what you think. Do you even care? Are we even listening to Judge Joe Brown? There's a lot of things that he says that I agree with. The manner in which he chooses to say it, I don't disagree with, but I can understand why some people are just shocked by it. I don't know. I don't take it personal. It is what it is. So drop down in the comments and let me know what you think. All right, let's move this along, okay? Speaking of NBA, shout out to the Atlanta Hawks, who have moved on past round one of the NBA playoffs, all right? They beat the New York Tricks. Yes, I am a Jersey girl, and I am not a Knicks fan. Never have been, and probably never will be. Sorry to you Knicks fans, not sorry, okay? I think that the Knicks fans are disgusting. You know, they displayed ignorant behavior, especially in these, you know, tough times where people should be sticking together, showing compassion, and taking sanitary precautions very seriously. Some of these Knicks fans were spitting on people, spitting at Trey, you know, from the Atlanta Hawks, all right? Throwing things, chanting F Trey Young in the stadium. Excuse me, the Knicks, with your track record, okay, of never winning a final or chip or ring in my entire existence, all right, and I'm 30 plus years old, I would like to think that you would exhibit some sort of decency. See, this is why I never liked the Knicks, even as a young girl. You know, I like basketball. I grew up in the 90s. You know, that whole Jordan era, you know, Shaq, Penny, when basketball was fun, right? Never liked the Knicks. I just feel like just go home and go away. So shout out to the Atlanta Hawks. They progressed on to play the 76ers, and I think they played game one, if I'm not mistaken, and they lost. No, the Hawks won, excuse me. The 76ers lost to game one. I'm rooting for the Nets. Go Brooklyn. So, you know, I'm just waiting till everything winds down to the finals. I like this time of year, May, June, you know, the height of like the ending of basketball season when everything gets intense. So congratulations again to the Atlanta Hawks. Go ATL, okay? Knicks fans are just, not the Knicks, just some of the fans are just, Knicks are trash. Moving along, this video is from last week. This was supposed to be a part of last week's lineup, but it wasn't. All right, so this is according to the Jasmine brand. They posted this to their Instagram page. What a beautiful picture of Janet Jackson with her sister LaToya and Rebe. Rebe look good, right? Rebe, girl, we ain't seen you since Centipede. Where you been? They look absolutely amazing. Remember when Nene called LaToya Casper on Celebrity Apprentice? I used to like that show. Even before it was Celebrity Apprentice, just Apprentice. That's one good thing about Trump. That was a good show. I'm pretty sure he didn't come up with the concept. He just used his name. But I really did like that show. But Celebrity Apprentice was even more entertaining than, you know, regular Apprentice. Anyway, but Nene was on Celebrity Apprentice with LaToya Jackson, and she called her Casper. Just a mess. But Rebe, Janet, and LaToya, they all look great. You know, LaToya looked like she getting some of her color back. The lighting in this picture was good. Look at Janet. And Rebe looks amazing. So I thought that this was really cute, the Jackson sisters. Remember that song, 2300 Jackson Street? Remember that song? Is always home. I was just listening to that the other day. I'm done. So make sure you guys are liking the video. Welcome to the Morning Boogie. If you are just joining, welcome. Please take a moment to pay your admission fee. Okay, by hitting the like button. If you want to pay a little extra, just share the video, okay? Cost you nothing, just a little bit of your time, okay? We greatly appreciate it here at Royal Headquarters. All right, up next, One of the greats has been called home to glory. All right. So actor Clarence Williams III, he passes away at the age of 81 from colon cancer. Okay. Some of you may remember him, depending on your age group. Okay. You may remember him from Mod Squad. Okay. That was a television show. He was also in Deep Cover with Lawrence Fishburne. Remember that? That's back in the day. He was in I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker, one of my favorite movies. Also another favorite of mine, Half Baked. Tales from the Hood, right? He was in American Gangster with Denzel Washington. He was Bumpy Johnson, all right? Remember, that's the character that Lawrence Fishburne played in Hoodlum, Bumpy Johnson. What else was he in? Purple Rain, Sugar Hill with Wesley Snipes. He was in that movie. A plethora of other movies as well. I think he was an excellent actor, very seasoned in his craft. So, yeah. So we definitely send condolences to the family. A lot of our legends in media and in entertainment are being called home, you know, to glory. And I understand he was battling colon cancer. I had no idea. So I'm glad that this actually picked up traction and everybody is aware, you know, just so they can send condolences and well wishes to the family. Okay. Yeah. So he definitely was a big contribution to Black cinema. Rest in peace to Mr. Clarence Williams III. My gosh. Paul Mooney just left us not too long ago. They had his homegoing services. I think it was last week. And now we hear this, but trust me, I'd like to think that he is in a better place. Okay, so condolences to the family. Drop that in the comments and drop it. Tell me if you guys seen I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. You know, not a lot of people have seen that movie. That is like is a cult classic, I guess, in my household. I don't know. I like silly movies, just like The Last Dragon. You know, things like that. Anywho, and he was also on an episode of Sister Sister, if I'm not mistaken. I remember that. You know, y'all know I'm a TV junkie. For those of you who are my regulars here, I'm a TV junkie. All right, moving along. This was the Neighborhood Talk posted this last week. All right, so we're talking about it today. Now, a Black woman feels racially attacked after receiving a $385 ticket because a white neighbor called the police on her for talking, quote unquote, too loudly on the phone. Let's take a listen.
Off your phone or talk lower. One of those things that she said. And I said, get out of my face. And I proceeded to walk past her. So she's saying whatever she's saying. 3 minutes later, East Point police pulls up.
So Diamond started doing a Facebook Live video. The woman who called the police just moved to the neighborhood a couple of weeks ago, and she is white. That's an important part of the story because Diamond thinks she's being targeted because she's Black.
I'm not doing anything wrong by walking up and down the street talking on my phone. A ticket for being a public nuisance because I'm talking too loud on my phone. That's why I got a ticket.
And that ticket isn't cheap, $385.
There's no way that the police should be called on me when I am on my own property, in my own neighborhood, on my own block.
Diamond plans to fight the ticket.
You think that you can get off your phone or talk lower. One of those things that she said.
Now, this is absolutely positively ridiculous. Is it surprising? No. Is it ridiculous? Yes. The fact that she was even written a ticket because for being a public nuisance for talking on a cellular device that I'm sure she pays the bill for. Like she said, she was on her property in her neighborhood on her block. And her walking down the sidewalk is public property. So, interesting. I think that this is a waste of resources. I tried to find an update for this, but I didn't see one. I'm just going to keep looking until I find an update. She probably has a court date that hasn't come up yet, but I want to see what becomes of this because a $385 ticket for what? Being a public nuisance or a noise complaint. Do you know that this was on the news, right? So do you know how many people are going to be copycat callers of the police saying that a certain group or demographic of people are being too loud? Do you know the chaos that this is going to cause? You mean to tell me there's actually a ticket, there's a code for you talking too loud on your phone, like a ticket code? It's probably not for that specifically, but a noise complaint, huh? And she was approached, this young lady here was approached by her neighbor. So you attempted to what, assault her, or you harassed her basically, right? Things like this is what people in the neighborhood should be banding together to fight against. And see, this is I have talks about this with the Royal Round Table, you know, kitchen table talk. And we often talk about how discriminating against one another is what the higher ups want. You know, they want to throw a monkey wrench or a distraction to kind of keep us separate. If I lived in this neighborhood as a taxpayer and a resident in this neighborhood, in this county, I would have a problem with this. And I wouldn't be against banding together with the other people, the other residents of this particular county, in this neighborhood, to file a complaint or do something against the woman who called the cops on this young lady here who was talking on her phone. Because if you start to do that, right, you start to take our rights away, or you start to call the cops for us just walking down the street. If I'm walking down the street and I'm not on the phone and I'm quiet as a church mouse and you feel threatened, you can call the cops and I could potentially be not here anymore because you quote unquote feel threatened. See, things like this is what people who pay taxes in their neighborhoods, in their counties, regardless of race, sexual orientation, age, these are the type of things that y'all should be concerned about. I feel, in my opinion, these are the type of things. I don't care if you like Sister Girl because she has on her bonnet or not. The fact that someone can call the cops on someone else who lives in this neighborhood because they're on the phone is and the woman get a ticket is a problem. I feel like the officer could have de-escalated the situation and both parties could have parted ways. I don't think that the woman should have approached this lady on the phone here and said anything to her. Just keep it moving. It's a phone conversation that I'm pretty sure didn't last for several hours. No one was fighting. Your life wasn't in danger. See, like I said, I have a problem with this. And of course she did it because she was black. Like, let's stop acting like, no, it wasn't. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And that's why the news report said that the woman who called the police was white. And that plays an important part in this story. And like I said, I would have a huge problem with this if I was a resident in this freaking county. I would have a huge problem with this. Because my kids could be blowing bubbles and jumping rope outside, and because a neighbor across the street doesn't like that, they could call the cops and I could be fined $300, damn near $400. I have a problem with that. So if the birds chirp too loud, what's she gonna do? Call the cops on the birds? And the police are gonna what? Use the birds as target practice? I'm telling you, we better get our heads out of our ass and stop falling for the trick of the enemy, right? And band together to basically get situations like these handled. This woman has rights. She can talk on the phone walking down the street. She's not threatening anyone. She's not a harm to anyone. Whatever. But people want to fight about, tones of melanin and skin tone and stupid ish like that. Moving along, speaking of fighting, DC Young Fly, this was last week also, the Jasmine brand reported this on their Instagram, that an incident took place over the last weekend where DC Young Fly had to basically chin check somebody at one of his shows. So not only did he chin check this heckler, I don't know if it was a heckler, someone approached the stage, a man approached the stage, acting like he was going to do something to DC, I guess, and DC had to defend himself. I am a firm believer in self-defense. Nothing wrong with it, in my opinion. And he continued the show like the professional that he is. So let's take a look and listen at these slides. not him shaking the hand of the audience member. So it looks like the dude in the white circle, the dude where you see the white circle, that's the dude that approached the stage, and he was escorted out. I guess his security, I know DC has security. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. When he's like in Atlanta in his old neighborhood, I don't see him with security. Maybe they're not pictured like on his social media, but I'm pretty sure security was there. But DC got to him first. DC Young Fly put a ninja to sleep on stage today, respectfully. That ninja, DC Young Fly, with the one hitter quitter, slept a ninja on stage, then kept us laughing. That's gangster. DC Young Fly slept. Is it slapped? Are y'all trying to say slapped? Or is this slang for like putting him to sleep? Lord, I can't decipher.
He just got to knock a nigga out.
Look at him. Look at DC goofy self. He's so goofy. DC said, I'm from the west side of Atlanta. I'm really from the streets. I've been. Jesus, Lord. I've been stabbed. I am traumatized, but God turned my life around. But I always stay on point just in case I have to protect myself. Yes. Pleasanton, Oakland, I love y'all forever. And we always have a good time. But I'm mad y'all had to see that side of me. But if you don't F with me, please don't come to my shows. I agree with your intentions. Come to my shows, if your intentions ain't to come with a K. Lord have mercy. And have a good time. Don't show up, because I pray that the energy is right everywhere I go and I'm protected and covered by God. Plus, I got hands. He said, hashtag, we'll make it home. Sorry y'all had to see me knock a ninja out. But guess what? Hashtag, I got on with the show. You know what? That is professional as heck, and I respect him for that. Let me tell you something. DC has said many a times that he is not the same as he used to be. And I respect that. You know, he has 2 children now. I don't know if you guys are aware, but his girlfriend, they had another baby. I think the baby is not even 1 yet, if I'm not mistaken. He had another girl, so now he has 2 daughters. Nova, and I don't know the name of his young daughter. So, you know, he's a family man. He's trying to do his thing. He hustles hard. He works hard. I don't know what possessed the man to come on stage. Maybe he wanted to trend. You know, people do things to get social media attention these days. He wanted to trend, but it didn't work out in his favor. So no one got the footage of him actually connecting, you know what I'm saying, to the dude's jaw. Good. Okay, good. We don't need any incriminating evidence. So he took to his social media, DC Young Fly, and I guess he tried to issue an apology of sorts, and I respect it. You know, he's on his grown man stuff. You know, why do people do things like this? Just leave people alone. The man is at work. These people paid to come see their fave perform. And if he didn't continue the show, it would have been a problem. And I love the fact that he continued the show. You know, he loves what he does. So let's listen to what cousin DC had to say.
What's happening, everybody? What the fuck going on, man? It's your boy DC Young Blizzard. You dig what I'm saying? I know everybody been trying to figure out, boy, what the hell happened, boy? You crazy, boy? What the fuck going on, boy? What's happening? I appreciate everybody checked in on your boy, called me, make sure I was straight. You dig what I'm saying? All right, now let me go ahead and get this out of the way. Now, first off, I didn't roast Buddy. I didn't roast his table. I don't know where he was sitting at. I didn't even know Buddy was at my show. I said nothing. You dig what I'm saying? Nothing. I'm mid in my session. I'm going crazy. Friday night, the second show was turned the fuck up. And first of all, nobody had their phones out, so they are tuned in to the show. Like, when you at a comedy club, you're not supposed to have your phone out anyway. You're supposed to be engaged with the act. Right. So I'm going crazy. I got the crowd going crazy. So I'm in the mid of my joke. And if anybody know me in my set, I'm at the church talking about my brother. So now you know it's good. I'm in it. I'm mid joke. The nigga walk up on stage So, you know, I'm like, all right. Nigga walk up on stage. I'm just thinking he a crazy fan or something, you know what I mean? I'm going to get a nigga a hug, nigga. I embrace this stupid shit. You feel what I'm saying? That nigga get on stage. He like, nigga, what's up, nigga? And I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, oh, bro, you tripping. So I kind of like bad the nigga up off me a little bit. You feel me? Like, you tripping. That nigga hit my hand, bro. When he hit my hand, he was like, fuck, nigga, get off me, nigga.
What?
What's up, nigga? Before you know it, grrr. Shit. Feet on stage, head on floor, nigga.
Right.
And by the time they got his ass, woke his ass up, and sent him by his way, I told everybody to sit down. I got to finish the motherfucking show, nigga.
Word.
Ain't nothing finna stop me, man. I'm on a mission. You dig what I'm saying? This my calling from God. You feel me? So I'm on a mission. You dig what I'm saying? I gotta finish my task. So I just want to say shout out to Pleasanton, Oakland, man. They always fuck with your boy. You dig what I'm saying? Always been love. I'ma always come out there to Oakland. You dig what I'm saying? I ain't gonna never stop coming out there. And that's just what it is, nigga. So I appreciate Oakland, and not even that. They was showing me more love and rocking with your boy. They made sure I was good. You dig what I'm saying? So shout out to Oakland. I love y'all forever. You dig what I'm saying? Just know ain't nothing gonna stop nothing on nothing. You feel me? I'm covered. You dig what I'm saying? I'm
That's
God's
right.
child. You dig? So I just want y'all to know that. Listen, when y'all come to my show, just be ready to turn up. Stop all this monkey shit, people. Everybody not playing on them type of terms.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I got stabbed up. I really got war wounds, man. Y'all please leave me out of that funny money shit. Yeah, it is.
Well, Cutting DC said it. Oh, there you have it. So somebody approached the stage wanting some smoke. And the smoke they got, right? They got. I don't know. People are weird, right? Like, people are just weird. Serves you right, sir. That's what you get. I don't know what your motive was. You paid for a ticket to come to a comedy show to what? To fight DC? Okay. Common sense is not common, but thanks for the money. I'm pretty sure the club appreciates you. Whatever. Good. Serves you right. You got flattened like a pancake. Good for you. Should have knocked your tooth out. Moving along. Shout out to DC though. He's a professional, and I'm glad that he's okay. I just hope that people don't try to be copycat, offenders and roll up on him, you know what I'm saying? Or do this to anybody else, because this could end ugly. People got security. People be Young Miami. Okay, I posted this a couple days ago. So Young Miami attended the birthday party for her boss, basically. QCP, Quality Control. He is the head of the record label that Young Miami, as well as JT, Lil Baby, if I'm not mistaken, and a couple of other people are signed to, okay? So this is what Young Miami decided to step out in, and I have to tell you, she served from head to toe. Our little Young Miami is turning into a fashion girl, okay? And I'm here for it. I'm totally here for it. She looks absolutely amazing. Her makeup was perfect for this dress. She has on, the gloves, this wine velvet shapely dress. She looks absolutely amazing. Her hair was perfect. The makeup was perfect. She looked great. Now, she took a photo with Diddy, right? And their hands were interlocked, if you look closely, So everybody's like, oh my gosh, are they dating? So if you take a picture with somebody, you have to be dating them. Now, y'all know Diddy is all about aesthetics, right? Young Miami looked fly, okay? Diddy was the master of ceremonies. He hosted the party for Q. And I said to myself, yeah, this makes sense. Diddy was not going to be hosting a party and you showing up in jeans and sneakers and a blazer. It's not happening. Diddy is all about black tie. That is his brand. That is his style. That is what Diddy is known for. So it was so good to see a lot of rappers, in their tuxedos, bow ties, tailored suits, hard bottom shoes, dress shoes. It was good to see. So shout out to Diddy for that. You know, there were pictures, I think, on the Shade Room. Keisha Kayor, I thought she looked absolutely stunning. Not a fan of her and Gucci Mane at all. No shade. But I think that Keisha Kayor looked nice. A couple of people were there. Ray J, his jacket was fire. I should have pulled up the pictures, but it was last week. You could go look at the pictures on Shade Room. But yeah, I thought my favorite was Young Miami, and the two of them together, Diddy and Young Miami, look absolutely amazing. Now, can I see Diddy dating Young Miami? Isn't Young Miami in a relationship with her daughter's father? I know they broke up, and didn't they get back together? Southside, I think that's his name, right? Southside. I don't know. They make a cute couple, but as far as the look is concerned, but as far as Diddy dating Young Miami, Diddy knew that this would get buzz. That's why he took the picture like this, interlocking his hands with hers. Yeah, no. I don't think he's Young Miami's type. She like them thugs with money. I don't think Diddy's a thug anymore. Back in the day, on the low, he kind of was, but now I don't know. But either way, she looked great. All right. Mary J. Blige. Okay, first of all, I just want to go on record as saying that Mary J. Blige is one of my absolute favorites, okay? I'm not going to make this long, but I got a love from MJB because part of the reason why I fell in love with like hip hop and R&B is because of Mary J. Blige's What's the 411, okay? That's how far back. On tape, okay? On cassette, right? Had that album. Still have it. Anyway, but Mary J. Blige is that fly girl from the Slow Bomb Projects. I don't know why I love saying that when I'm talking about Mary. But Mary J. Blige received she was inducted into the Apollo Theater's Walk of Fame. And she looks great. Mary J. Blige has always been a fashion girl. She has gone through so much and possibly still going through a lot. We have seen Mary's highs, literally and figuratively, and her lows, literally and figuratively. But she is still reinventing herself. She is still remaining relevant. She did get her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame back in 2018. I remember, I think Diddy was the one that presented her with the award. And Angie Martinez, who's like her bestie for years, also gave a speech at the ceremony. So she has her Hollywood star, her star on Hollywood Walk of Fame, and then she's also been inducted into the Apollo Theater's Walk of Fame, which I think is absolutely dope that Apollo Theater has their own Walk of Fame. Shout out to Apollo Theater. So listen to what Mary had to say real quick, if you can make this out.
Thank you. Thank y'all so much. I want to just thank all my fans. Man, none of this is possible without the fans. So thank you to all the fans. And I got something special coming for y'all June 25th. It's the My Life documentary. And that's us. And so, I'm going to let it be a surprise, but thank you so much. Thank you. And I want to thank the Apollo. My very first time performing here at the Apollo, I was not on stage as myself. I was on stage singing background for Jeff Red. And then from there on, it was all history, Mary J. Blige history. So thank y'all so much for everything.
We love you, Mary. She looks absolutely stunning. She says, thank you so much, Apollo Theater, for this amazing honor for the Walk of Fame. The first time I hit the Apollo Theater stage, I was singing background for the real Jeff Fred, and the rest is history. Hashtag Apollo Walk of Fame. Congratulations to Mary J. Blige. Again, one of my favorites. It really is. She really is one of the main reasons why I fell in love with hip hop and R&B, man. What's the 411 is a very meaningful album to me. And it's just iconic. We love Mary. I know a lot of people say Mary can't sing, but it's just Mary is iconic. That's the queen right there. Okay. Longevity. Mary's 50 years old. She has been in the game. How many albums Mary got? Like 13, 12? Anyway, well, You know, whenever you're famous, you know what I'm saying, and you reach new heights of fame, sometimes your past may come back to haunt you. And sometimes people may even conjure up stuff to try to torment you. So, Danny Boy, this is according to The Art of Dialogue. I posted this on my page last week. Now, on YouTube, there's a channel called The Art of Dialogue, right? They sat down and did an interview with Danny Boy. Danny Boy was a former Death Row Records artist, and he is famous for the hook on Tupac's song, I Ain't Mad At Ya. Remember Danny Boy had a little S-curl, glasses. I ain't mad at ya. That's Danny Boy. This is him now. So the title reads, I had Mary J. Blige before Tupac. I was sleeping with Mary J. Blige when I was 16. This is what Danny Boy said. Now, Danny Boy wrote a book many moons ago, not too long ago, but many moons ago, where he detailed his relationship, his intimate relationship with Mary J. Blige. He basically said things like, now I have screenshots from the book, but then I said it's against my better judgment to put this up on here because this has to go up on YouTube and I ain't doing it, okay? Just put it this way. He said things like, you know, when he was intimate with her, you know, he did not use any prophylactics because he wanted to make a baby with her. He said that Suge Knight basically let him know that Mary wanted to see him after their initial meeting. Mary allegedly would fly him back and forth to New York to spend time with her, allegedly. He said that he was 16, allegedly, and she was 24, allegedly. This is what he's all detailing in his book. And he talked about this as well on the interview. Again, it's on YouTube. The Art of Dialogue is the name of the channel. He just seemed very giddy and happy when he was talking about Mary J. Blige. So a lot of people have been saying things like, should Mary J. Blige be canceled because of his age, right? Now, here's the thing. Wikipedia is not very accurate because, you know, you can go in there and change information. So as far as Danny Boy's age now, it's showing one thing, and then on some sites it's showing something different, which kind of makes his story false, and then other information makes it seem like his story is true as far as his age is concerned, right? He said that he was 16 when he went to the Source Awards. You know, the Source Awards, I think that was in, what, 94? 95, right? When Death Row and Bad Boy had their beef, that infamous Source Awards. And he said that he was dealing with Mary then. So, I don't know. Now, this all came out last week. There hasn't been much buzz or anything. Mary J. Blige has not addressed anything. As she stated in her Apollo speech, she does have a My Life documentary that is coming out on Amazon Prime on June 25th. Of course, I'm going to be watching for sure. I think that this is way overdue. I think that this should be a docuseries or a biopic, but I don't think Mary wanted to go the route of the biopic. But anyway, tell me what you think about this whole Danny Boy situation if you've been keeping up. If this is your first time hearing about this, again, go to the YouTube channel, The Art of Dialogue, and you can watch the interview and listen to it. You know, his body language and his it just seems like he was so... He didn't have anything bad to say about Mary. He was very detailed in his book. You know, Mary was on her monthly and they still were intimate. Like, he got very graphic in the book, you know. And again, I'm not putting those screenshots, those excerpts from the book up on here. Again, I'm not going to go against my better judgment. So you will just have to find that. Google it. You could find it. So let me know what you think. Should Mary J. Blige be investigated and possibly canceled if what Danny Boy is saying is true, that he was 16 and Mary J. Blige was 24 years old? Did she know he was 16? Did she care? Drop down in the comments and let me know. So this is the trailer for Mary J. Blige's My Life documentary. Of course, I'm not going to play it. I have been in this YouTube game long enough to know that if I play this, even though it's 2 minutes, I'm going to get dinged. I'm going to have to cut this out. So Mary J. Blige Fans is the YouTube page that I'm pulling this up from. It might be on Mary J. Blige's page as well. So she reveals some interesting things. She says in the documentary, she talks about, if you're a fan of Mary, then you already know Mary J. Blige was going through a lot. The My Life album is a classic, another classic that Mary J. Blige has under her belt. And if you know, then you know that she was going through a lot. You know, she was very depressed. She was using mood-altering substances. She was not in a great relationship. She was not in a great romantic relationship. She was really going through a lot. And I think that Diddy, I don't think Diddy realized what he was doing at the time. He knew, but he didn't really know. He basically wanted her to use her pain to fuel her making this music. And Mary J. Blige, I'm sure she's aware now that My Life album means a lot to a lot of people. I think it's one of her best albums, if not the best album. I mean, What's the 411 was her first, and that was a great album. But the My Life album, people still talk about it to this day. You know, people still reference songs from the My Life album when it comes to, you know, when they're feeling down or when they're going through a breakup or, you know, a bad relationship, hard times. You know, and a lot of people have said that the My Life album has gotten them through so much, and not even realizing that Mary J. Blige herself didn't even want to be here while she was recording that album, right? So Mary J. Blige says that, you know, she's excited to share the trailer for her new documentary. Get ready to learn the story behind the most inspiring albums of all time in the My Life, MJB My Life, with yours truly, coming June 25th to Prime Video. So that's going to be on Amazon Prime. So a lot of people still throw on their Mary J. Blige and cry when they need to get a good cry out. You know, it's crazy how someone can be such therapy to other people while they are like emotionally deteriorating, right? And I guess that's why Mary J. Blige has like stood the test of time in the entertainment industry. You know, she's 50. I think she's 51 or 50, and she's still here. She looks absolutely amazing, and she's still here. So let me know what you think. Are you guys going to watch? I'm going to be tuned in. If you saw the trailer, you know, share your thoughts. If not, you can check it out on I think it's on Mary J. Blige's page. So, but again, like I said, I'm not playing it. I can't play it, y'all. You know, they be acting funny because I don't own the rights to this. So I'll just respect it as that. All right, up next, DMX and My Dog's Bite. This is according to Hip Hop DX. Now, DMX, his Posthumous album was released not this Friday that passed, last week Friday, right? And it charted on the Billboard Hot 200. So, you know, streaming, you know how streaming services work. You know, they work towards, streams count towards, I guess, points, which helps you on the Billboard charts, yada, yada. Now, I had the courtesy or the pleasure of listening to some of the songs. And I'm going to be honest. I just sense the BS. Okay. I'm not going to get too deep into that, but I just sense the BS. It wasn't a bad album, but I just find it very odd. Let me just say this. I find it odd that there's a song on this album with Jay-Z and Nas. I do find that odd. I don't think that was a part of the original lineup. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, because DMX did a interview with Noriega and DJ EFN on Drink Champs, right? And I thought that was his last interview, but apparently it wasn't. But anyway, he talked about the album. You know, DMX will get his albums done quick, fast, and in a hurry. And he'll have the album just waiting to be released, right? I don't remember him saying that did he say that Jay-Z and Nas were on the album? I remember him saying Pop Smoke, and that song didn't make it to the light of day. That song is not on the album. I remember him saying Griselda. Who else did he mention? I don't know if he mentioned Moneybagg Yo, but Moneybagg Yo was on there. Lil Wayne. I don't remember. I remember watching the interview, but I don't recall. I should have went back and looked, but I'm going to go back and look. But correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember him saying that there's a song with Jay-Z and Nas on the album. Maybe he couldn't say it. But I just find that very interesting. I don't know. That's just weird to me. Because he don't really fool with Jay-Z like that. But then again, he could have mended fences with him. I don't think he was holding any grudges. He just know how Jay-Z operate, didn't like it, and moved to the left. But I find that interesting that he would want to put Jay-Z on his album. I don't know. Sounds a little bit fishy to me. So the album had features by Nas, Jay-Z, Bono of U2, Alicia Keys, and more. And it represents X's 7th top 10 debut, his first 5 albums beginning with the 1998 It's Dark and Hell is Hot and ending with 2003's Grand Champ, all debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 chart, making him the first rapper to achieve such a feat. Exodus, however, pulled in more than 22 million on-demand streams of the album's tracks. In terms of posthumous effort, the project's first week sales pale in comparison to other rappers in recent memory whose albums have been released after their deaths. So Pop Smoke, he earned his first number 1 album in July 2020 when his Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon album set a record, for the biggest posthumous release with over 251,000 total album equivalent units earned. That's huge. That's huge. So reviews of Exodus have been mixed, with most of the blame going to Swizz Beatz, who handled the bulk of the production. Now, when the album was released, the night that the album was released, I don't know if you guys are aware, but Swizz on DMX's IG channel, Swizz Beatz was playing the album. He went live. It looked like in a studio of sorts, and there were a couple of homies in the studio, and Swizz Beatz was on the 1 and 2s, and he was hyped up and doing the most as usual. I just don't trust him. I don't trust him. I don't trust him. A couple of months back, there was a meeting. There was a picture posted. I have the screenshot, but I'm not pulling it up now. I'll probably post it to my Instagram later. Make sure you guys are following me on IG, she_royal_B. Okay. I'll probably post it to my IG later. But it was prior to DMX's passing, and it was a picture of Swizz Beatz and Jay-Z chilling in I don't know whose backyard, and they were smoking cigars. And I thought that was just so random. Like, okay, why are they posting the picture together? Okay, whatever. I mean, it was like maybe a month or two prior to DMX's call home to glory. And now looking back on that, I'm just kind of like, I just feel like this. I just feel like Jay is wrapped up in this somehow. I don't feel that the way that the album came out, that this is the way that DMX wanted it. I don't think so. What happened to the song with Pop Smoke? I think that's weird, because DMX talked about the song with Pop Smoke on Drink Champs. He was excited about that collaboration. So what happened? Child, we already know how foolishness goes in the music industry. You drop down in the comments and let me know what you think. Did you hear DMX's album? I mean, it's not a bad album. It just seems like it was tampered with. That's what I want to say. To me, it seems like it was tampered with. And it probably was. Speaking of music, Megan Thee Stallion is coming back, I guess. A couple months ago, I think back in April, Megan said that she was taking a break. She was taking a hiatus. She was still posting to her Instagram. You know that she is one of the judges on HBO Max's Legendary, which is their ballroom competition show. So she's a judge on that. So we still saw her, even though those are pre-recorded, but still, she was still promoting. She has a lipstick line, I think, with Revlon. I saw like a little promotion for that. So she wasn't really gone, completely, but whatever. I'm back. Hotties addressed me as Miss Snow is what the caption read. Okay. So I guess we're getting Tina Snow back. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. If you don't know who Tina Snow is I guess, her alter ego. When Meg Thee Stallion came out, one of her mixtapes was titled, I think it was titled Tina Snow, one of her early mixtapes, and that was her character. I like Tina Snow. Tina Snow had bars. I mean, Meg Thee Stallion is Tina Snow, right? But just the whole persona of Tina Snow, just so icy, I like it. So we'll see. Is she coming out with another album? I don't think that would be a good idea. She might be, but I think it's too soon. It hasn't even been a year yet. But let's remember, I don't know if everybody is confused, or some people are confused or they just don't care. But let's not forget that Megan is still signed to 1501 Carl Crawford. They had their little spat. She's still signed to them. That's her record label. Roc Nation is not her record label. Even though Roc Nation does have record deals with artists, Meg is not one of them. Roc Nation is strictly her management. It's nothing to argue about. Just a simple Google search will let you know, right? So what is my point? She still has to fulfill her contractual obligation of 5 albums, I think it is, if not 4 or 5 albums with 1501. I don't know if they're trying to still work out that contract. That information hasn't been made public, or maybe they have worked it out where she doesn't have to fulfill that many albums. Maybe we don't know. I have no one that I know of or that I listen to in the industry that has, intel on the industry has come out with that information. So let's just say the contract has stayed the same, right? She still has to give Carl Crawford and them 5 albums. Now her, what is it? Sugar. That's not an album. That's a mixtape. What's the other one called? The mixtape with Simon Says on it. I can't hot something. Whatever the heck it's called. I don't remember the name of it. The one that was done by Juicy J. It was basically heavily produced by Juicy J. That's a mixtape. That's not an album. So Good News is her album. That's her first studio album. Everything else that she put out was mixtapes. So that I don't think counts towards her fulfilling her contract, right? So she got a couple more albums to go. So if she puts out an album now, that would be kind of weird considering that her Good News album came out when? Like November? Right? It came out, I don't know. So I don't know. Maybe she's going to be doing a couple of features. Maybe she'll do a mixtape. I don't know. We shall see. So she's got a lot of gigs, though, for the summer. There's a lot of summer festivals, like outdoor festivals. I don't know if she's going to be performing at Hot 97 Summer Jam. It was announced last week that Hot 97 is going to be resuming their Summer Jam concert that they do yearly, right? Now, as far as this is going to be done in August. It's going to be in August, right? But they haven't announced the lineup. They usually announce the lineup closer to the date of the event. So I wonder if Meg Thee Stallion is going to be performing at Hot 97 Summer Jam. I know that she's going to be performing at Lollapalooza, something. She has a lot of gigs. But I think that Meg is probably going to be performing at Hot 97 Summer Jam. Cardi B as well. That's my guess. Those two, I think that they're going to be performing. Why not, right? Not a lot of people are not touring now per se. So, this is good to get your feet wet and get some buzz, maybe debut some new music. I don't know. We shall see. But are you guys excited for the return of Tina Snow? Let's see what Tina Snow is giving. I'm here for it. Why not? It's entertainment. It's rap. I love it, right? What's going on with the court case with her and Tory? I said to myself that I would not cover Tory and Meg until the final decision has been made, because I remember when the situation first happened last year, July, I think it was. Yes, approaching a year. I think I reported on it twice, and I said to myself, I just feel for both of them, because I don't know how this is going to end, and I'm not even getting caught up in playing Ring Around the Rosie. When the judge bangs the gavel and the final verdict is in, then of course I'll cover it. I'll talk about it. All right, up next, this is according to TMZ. Lil Durk, you know who Lil Durk is? He is a rapper, okay? OTF, Only the Family, that's his squad, Chicago rapper. He was associated with King Von. You guys know that King Von left us back in November. Let me tell you something. Back in April, right? That whole month, because I didn't know anything about King Von, right? And I just started hearing all about these Chicago rappers. I always heard about it, but I never looked into it. I didn't know I couldn't name you a Lil Durk song. You know what I mean? But in April, I think that whole month of April, I started like watching so many documentaries and so much commentary about King Von, Old Block, you know what I'm trying to say, Little Durk, you know, all the ops whose pack was being smoked. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And it's so it is so crazy how things are going down. So now when I see, okay, Little Durk, you know, this, or, you know, Muwap that, or, you know, I'm familiar now, put it that way. So I did my homework back in April and dived deep into young King Von, career, Asian Doll and King Von's relationship, Jania's relationship with King Von, all of that. I was just consumed with it for the whole month. It's like the rabbit hole was so deep. But anyway, Lil Durk, his brother, DTHANG, life was taken. He was only 32. So he was reportedly popped and he was called home to glory. Certain words I can't say, y'all. I'm not being insensitive whatsoever. So TMZ articles read, Little Durk's older brother, OTF DTHANG, died this weekend. TMZ has confirmed. Cook County, that's in Chicago, Cook County officials, Cook County is not Chicago, right? It's in Illinois, but it's not necessarily Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, Cook County officials tell TMZ that Dante Banks Jr., DTHANG's government name, was found deceased on the 7900 block of S. Loomis Boulevard. Oh, it is in Chicago, and has been assigned a case number. An autopsy still has to be done to figure out the cause and manner of death. Reports say that DTHANG was popped in the head outside of a nightclub and passed away on the spot, citing alleged witnesses who say they saw, the situation go down. DTHANG was a rapper himself, but wasn't nearly as big as DURK is, who's blowing up right now. Still, he's got a string of songs out, although it doesn't look like they ever collabed. So this is DTHANG. I think this was at QCP's birthday party, if I'm not mistaken, because I know DURK was there, and I remember DURK had on a bow tie. So I think this picture was from, May 2nd, 21? Maybe not. But that looks like the same tux that DURK had on at the party. Anyway, so this is just the latest tragedy to strike DURK's inner circle. He's lost a handful of friends and loved ones over the years, including, famously, the passing of his label mate, King Von, who was, taken last year. That was in November. A producer he worked with closely named Turn Me Up Josh just passed away last week, something DURK himself commemorated with a post. DURK hasn't commented on his brother's passing yet, but condolences have been pouring in all over social media. DTHANG was only 32, and he had a child. He was a dad. I think he only had one child. And he was with the mother of his child, from my understanding, because I saw the photo. So I'm pretty sure that there's going to be a whole bunch of coverage about this. What do you guys think? Have you been following these Chicago rappers? Like, I'm telling you, back in April, I really did when I get interested in something, I dive deep. I'm talking about Lamron, which is the name of the block, Normal Avenue. Lamron is normal spelled backwards. T-Roy was King Von's best friend, who he was taken up out of here when King Von was in jail. Like, I'm talking about blocks and sets and who got beef with who. And I tell you one thing, Twitter was not these guys' best friend. A lot of them used to put a lot of stuff on Twitter. So when some of these commentary channels, are giving their commentary and explaining things, they pull up old tweets, and it's like, why are y'all revealing some of this? But it's being said that, a lot of people who are around DURK get touched. Who knows why? We can speculate, we can assume. I'm pretty sure in days to come, things will unravel little by little. People are going to start doing digging. People are going to start talking, and all of this will be all over YouTube. And I don't think that DURK is going to say anything about it. I don't think he is. This is just wild, crazy. He just lost one of his music producers last week. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I understand having bad energy around you, but You let me know what you think. Drop down in the comments and let me know. All right, let's see who's up next. Ooh, Mariah Carey's kind of scary. What about my honey Mary? So this is according to the New York Post. So Mariah Carey dumps Jay-Z's Roc Nation after blazing row. This is what's being reported. Look at this. This is a cute picture of Mariah Carey. She looks amazing. So all over the weekend, everybody been saying that Mariah Carey and Jay-Z got into an explosive fight, and she left Roc Nation and she dissed Jay-Z and yada, yada, yada. So the article reads, Jay-Z has 99 problems, but apparently Mariah Carey ain't one. How clever. The Uber diva has parted ways with Jay-Z and his management company, Roc Nation, after a blazing row with the rapper during a meeting about the future of her career, and this is according to The Sun. Mariah Carey signed with Jay-Z in 2017, years after firing former manager Stella Bulkanakovic, prompting lawsuits on both sides. Mariah and Jay had an explosive meeting which did not go well at all, a source close to the situation told The Sun. She has made it clear that she wants nothing more to do with him and has called it quits with Roc Nation. She will formally depart in the next few weeks. It's a shame because they had done some great work in the last few years, the source added, but this meeting couldn't have gone much worse. Mariah has been talking to other managers and thinks she has found someone who she feels has full belief in her as she takes her next step. Mariah Carey said that she's said to be working on a heavily R&B influenced album and another world tour set for 2021. So Miss Diva, she's already been removed from the list of acts that are represented by the company. So if you go on the Roc Nation website, any record label or management company website, you'll see who their clients are. So apparently Mariah Carey's name has been removed. Now, Miss Mariah Carey, let me tell you something. I feel like she's earned the right to be, I don't like the term diva, but I get why people use it. Whatever. So for the sake of the argument, let's use the word diva. Okay. I feel like she's earned her stripes. Now, what could have been the issue that she decided to part ways with Jay-Z? Now, if she is planning on doing a R&B album, right? I'm pretty sure Mariah Carey was probably requesting the top producers, the top sound engineers, the top writers, okay, all the tea in the world, in case her throat gives out, all right, vocal coaches, you know what I'm trying to say, craft services. She's probably requesting all the things of the things, and Jay-Z probably was like, nah, we can't do that. Mariah Carey probably said, you know what, screw this, I don't need you, okay, I'm a diva. What do you mean you don't have time for me? This is just, I'm making this up in my head, right? This is what I was thinking last night when I was reading this article. Another thing that I think is, if this is true, right? Let's say they had an explosive argument, which I don't, it could very well be true. Mariah Carey does not hold her tongue, okay? And she doesn't feel that she has to. She feels like, she probably looks at Jay-Z like, please, you my son, okay? I've been in this game longer than your wife, type of stuff. Mariah Carey will take it there. She's rude at times. Anyway. Here's what I think. I think that Megan Thee Stallion is eating up a lot of the budget over there at Roc Nation. And that may not be a bad thing. But I feel like Roc Nation they want a return on their investment, right? And I feel like they dumped a lot of money, energy, time, built a lot of relationships for Megan Thee Stallion, and the summer is about to kick off. So I think that their focus probably is Meg Thee Stallion, pushing her, promoting her. Look, she won Grammys. There's talks that she's supposed to be getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I'll believe that when I see it. I don't believe it, which, I'm sure Roc Nation has to pay for, or Meg Thee Stallion has to pay for, but Maybe she doesn't have the funds, so Roc Nation is going to pay for it. They want a return on their investment. So maybe they're kind of pushing Mariah Carey to the back burner right now because they are trying to get the Megan train moving because they got to get this money back. They have to recoup these funds. Not to mention, I think it's winding down as far as that court case with Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion. So they got to keep the press positive to keep people distracted. So maybe they don't have time for Mariah Carey's, high demands right now. We got to focus on Meg right now because she's got to make us this money back or else it's a wrap. We're going to, lose, or take a huge loss. This is my assumption. This is what I came up with in my head. I could be totally wrong. Because what other reason would there be for Roc Nation to not give Mariah Carey what she asked for? Why not? Mariah Carey is not a flop when it comes to album sales, charting, and music. Hell, her old albums are still on the charts, still making money. And when Christmas time rolls around, come on, she shoots up to #1. Her Christmas album and All I Want for Christmas Is You, that one song alone, she could eat for the rest of her life off that song. Just that one song. Or maybe they told her, look, Mariah, not right now. You got to wait. Wait until after the summer and then and Mariah Carey probably was like, no, I don't want to have to wait. But I think that it has to do with Megan Thee Stallion and the fact that Roc Nation is dumping their focus on her because they have a lot riding on Megan Thee Stallion. They got to get a return on their investment. That's just my opinion. But I hope that Mariah Carey doesn't... I was going to say, I hope she doesn't burn her bridges. But do you think that Jay-Z could get Mariah blackballed? I don't know about that. Mariah might have a lot of pull, but then again, we don't know what Jay is into. Jay-Z got his hands in a lot of things, huh? And that whole Roc Nation, not just Roc Nation, but they said that she had a blow-up argument with Jay-Z. Who knows? It may be all false, but if it's not, that's my logic behind it. Probably because they're not focusing on her right now. They probably told her to wait. She don't want to wait, and she's not trying to hear it. So she decides, I'm leaving. Because why else would you leave a management company that you were with since 2017? I have a strong feeling that Cardi may end up over there at Roc Nation or doing some business with Roc Nation. I don't know why I feel that way. I've been saying that since Cardi B was talking about how she doesn't have a manager and all this other stuff. And when she's thinking about coming out with a second album, I think that she may get involved with Roc Nation. And there might be a bidding war between her and Megan Thee Stallion. Or she may do some business with them. I don't know. But I just think that, they probably told Mariah, hold on, just wait a minute. And she ain't trying to hear that. Let me know what y'all think. Like I said, I could be totally off, totally wrong. But we shall see. That's interesting. Well, Mariah, go ahead and do your R&B album. You listen. You a queen. Mariah Carey is that girl. Let's not act like Mariah Carey don't pump out hits now. Let's not do that. Okay? All right. Up next, Gary Owen. Comedian Gary Owen. Remember him? So he's getting a divorce, right? And his soon-to-be ex-wife is spreading all her business. Why? I don't understand. She has had enough. She is mad as hell, and she is not going to take it anymore. So the Jasmine brand posted this information. So this basically is Gary Owen's wife. She posted to social media, and she let it all out, I guess. So this divorce is supposed to be, it looks like it's getting nasty, right? So Gary Owen, you see him wearing a t-shirt that says breadwinner. So apparently this triggered his soon-to-be ex-wife. So her post reads, she tagged him. So she put a name, she put an address on it. At Gary Owen Comedy, I have never gone to the media. The media goes looking for the paperwork. I have allowed you to tell your family, friends, and fans any false narrative that you want or need it to be, what? You want or need it to be about us. Oh, pardon me. The relationship, oh God. I have allowed you to tell your family, friends, and fans any false narrative that you want or need it to be about us, the relationship, and our kids, because I don't care or feel a need to defend or explain myself. You and I know what it really is. But when you go and make these dumb, passive-aggressive posts in these insensitive ass t-shirts, I am triggered, and you now have my attention. You haven't supported us since April 1st. Nothing, nada, zero. Not electric, water, gas, not insurance, medical, dental, life, car, house, etc. Not groceries, not maintenance for the house, not the gas or maintenance of the cars, not the platinum card that I got for us because you wanted one and you couldn't get one on your own, not the cell phone you had for 23 years. Instead, she is going in, right? Instead, you just got another phone number and didn't pay the bill. All of our bills are attached to my social security number and credit. You have paid the $4,500 mortgage that is attached to your social security number and credit for the first time, but that is it. You haven't seen your daughter in over 6.5 months. You haven't seen your son in over 4 months. This is your choice. You do remember us, right? I, quote unquote, guess we were useful when your content was needed. Now, mind you, his wife is black. You see her, right? Ooh, Jesus, she is going off. Or when I allowed you to live your best life while I stayed back with our kids, the house, and taking care of business. This is what it is after 23 years of being the only one to have your back 100% of the time. Wow. The new you is a mofo. Do you even recognize right anymore? You've shown lack of care for me, maintaining the financial stability and sole emotional support of our kids. I am the only person that has always protected you, and you treat me like this says more about your character than any of your antics. You are not a good guy, so cut it out and get a shirt that says deadbeat. I'm sorry. I would let you get back to living your best life, lying, clout chasing, side chicks, and looking for a black celebrity friend group. Damn. Hashtag, I give you zero problems. Hashtag, no lies told. Hashtag, don't be late for the court date. Baby, she went in and she let have. That's what I was reading. Now, my question is, ma'am, do you feel better? Apparently, this shirt that he had on that said breadwinner triggered her. So Gary Owen posted this, and it says, pointless green room pic before the show. That was the caption. Again, this is the Jasmine brand. They reported on this back in May. This is the initial post. Gary Owen's estranged wife, Kenya Duke, claims he cut off all communications with her, says that she has to text him twice a month to ask for money. Now, sis, I understand that you are upset. I understand that you was his lover and his secretary working every day of the week. Okay? When it was at the job when no one else was there helping him get on his feet. I understand that. But did you do it to get something back? This is what I don't understand. You make a choice to do something. Did you make a choice to do something with the hopes that when he blows up, that you will reap all of the benefits? Or did you do it, hold it down because you believed in him? And not to mention, you're the mother of the children that y'all have together. And to my understanding, what everyone was saying in the comments, I didn't Google it myself, so I don't know if it's accurate. The children that they have together are 18, 23 and 28, or 19, 23 and 28, something like that. So it's a possibility. I hate to say this, but it's a possibility that Gary could be communicating with the kids and you don't even know it. He probably like, don't tell your mother I called. And because they don't want to get in the middle of the mess, they don't, because you seem very angry. She was the one that filed for divorce, I guess, because she said that he was cheating. He had side chicks. He hasn't said anything. He hasn't posted anything. Some people were saying that this is not that serious. Why is she getting mad over a shirt? Well, here's the thing. She knows him, right? They've been together for 20-something odd years. So she knows when he's trying to be funny. And I don't like that try to be funny type foolishness. If you got something to say it. Or don't say it at all. Don't do that like, try to be funny, subliminal-ish. But then again, this could have been nothing. However, I'm not taking away from her. I'm not taking away the fact that she knows him. So to us, it may look like, girl, he just got a shirt that says breadwinner on it. It could be an inside joke. Or, no, ain't no or. Yeah, like to us, it may look like that. But she knows him. So he probably is doing this to try to trigger her to get some attention. And if he cheated on her, I mean, he's not going to say anything. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to be like, oh, I don't know what she's talking about. Child, I don't know. But I do know this. Ma'am, here's the thing. You sat home by choice. By choice, you made a choice. Let me get in my Iyanla. You saw what it was, and you made the decision to participate in that. He ain't have no credit. You did, whatever the case may be. You made a choice to put things in your name. You saw what it was, and you decided to participate in that. So let's just call a spade, okay? Secondly, $4,500 mortgage, girl, are y'all nuts? You couldn't refinance and get a lower mortgage rate, and all the money that he has been making, you couldn't put a dent in your mortgage? I digress. I'm not judging. I'm just asking a question. And another thing, honey. So you mean to tell me that you was home spending the money when the money came in? You didn't invest in nothing? You ain't take a little $200 or $2,000 and invest in nothing? Nothing? Nothing. You ain't flip $5,000. You ain't get $5,000 and flip that every month? Nothing. Nothing. You wasn't rolling no dice in your foyer of your big house, because I'm sure the house is big and overpriced. You wasn't playing dice games with your girls and having, like, you weren't doing nothing, flipping no money. And the reason why I say that is because you don't know what will happen, right? And I'm not necessarily talking about divorce, right? Because some people may say, well, why should you have separate money? You don't trust the person. Why get married? It's not about that. You were an individual before you got married. Yes, you get married and you become one. I get all of that. But what happened? Common sense went out the window. Once that money started coming in, sis, your credit score should have been up so that you could basically refinance, possibly get a maybe a lower interest rate. I don't know. I'm going off on a tangent. But here's my point. You wasn't hustling nothing on the. You wasn't doing nothing on the side. $5,000 you probably got purses, shoes, girl, spa dates, cars, spa memberships, fancy cars, all that stuff. And you sitting here talking about can't pay the gas and electric bill, ma? What on earth were you doing with your money? Nah, man. You should have been flipping at least $5,000-$10,000 if the money was coming in like that, or a couple of grand, flipping it every month. Come on. You could have been putting money aside. And again, that's what I was going to say. It's not just about a divorce. What if this man, God forbid, was injured and he could not perform his job duties? Then what? At least you would have had some sort of stash to maintain your family. It's not just about getting a divorce. So quite frankly, if he was being funny and put breadwinner because you were, behind the scenes, you could have been terrorizing him too. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. This seems crazy. I don't go to the media, but yet here you are going to the media. Why are you exposing this? You talking about he hasn't seen his kids for 6 and 4 months. You don't think that your kids are going to see you post this all over the blogs? What does that do for the children? But you care about the children so much. Ma'am, this comes across, and I don't like to say this about women, but this comes across as you mad because he cut financial ties. But again, you filed for divorce. What if this man was deceased? How would you maintain and take care of yourself? You have to ask yourself these things. And blasting him on social media is doing what for your reputation? Let's talk about the optics of this. You are a black woman. Let's just keep it a buck. I ain't saying it's right. I ain't saying I agree with it. But you are a black woman and you're going to the media talking about this not being paid and you're a deadbeat and all this other stuff. He's a white man. I don't care how accepting the black community is of him. Some people in the black community, because I'm not one of them people that gives any and everybody invite to the cookout. Hell, it's some black people that ain't getting an invite to the cookout, Omarosa. But that's neither here nor there. Okay? That's neither here nor there. That's a whole other topic for another video. All right? So how does this look? You're going to come across as the angry black woman. But again, in the media, it doesn't matter. What matters is when the judge bangs that gavel, what's going to happen? I just think that, ma'am, please, for your mental health, for your children's mental health, stop. Just don't. It's not. What is there to be said? He ain't saying nothing. Why you got to say something? Just sit pretty. Just sit pretty and cash in on what you want to cash in on. Okay? And I'm not saying that she's not deserving of any money. I'm not saying that. Not at all. Oh, boy. I don't know, man. I just don't like how this looks. I really don't. But I can't tell her how mad to get, right? I'm not trying to suppress how she feels. But, ma'am, please don't take it to the media because this can be used against you. Do you guys have an agreement that he's going to pay all the bills while y'all married? Y'all have a prenup? It seems like your stuff wasn't in order. But then again, I could be wrong. But it comes across that your stuff wasn't in order, ma'am, and you're angry about it. Oh, hopefully in the end, you'll get some, you'll get some reparations, ma'am. Hopefully in the end. All right. Speaking of nasty divorces. All right. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not tired of this whole FALYNN, Simon, and Portia mess. This is juicy. And this is great promotion for the final, not the final season, but for the next season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is my final topic. If you are just joining, please, you can go back and catch the replay. Don't be shy. Catch the replay. If you haven't done so already, ladies and gentlemen, please pay your admission fee by hitting that like button. So FALYNN Guabadi, okay, is going to be sitting down for an interview. Oh, damn. What's the guy's name? Up and Adam. The guy's name is Adam something or other. I don't remember his last name, but I know his name is Adam. His YouTube channel is titled Up and Adam. So he is going to be sitting down for an exclusive interview with FALYNN Guabadi. Now, I find this very interesting that she is sitting down with a YouTube content creator. I find this very interesting. Now, I'm not mad at it because I feel like a lot of YouTube content creators are way more talented, well-versed, and interesting than some of these people who are on television. No shade, but it is what it is. Anywho, let's take a look and listen.
Fans were speculating that you may have been cheating on Simon.
Simon doesn't get caught unless Simon wants to be caught.
He convinced you to join a show, and now he's engaged to another one of the cast members.
God, the balls on him.
You had this woman in your home. She met your family. She swam in your pool. Do you resent that?
I meant what I said when I took my vows. It hurts like hell. I love hard. I love really hard.
Now, what do you guys think about this? I know some people, some of y'all are totally over this whole storyline. But I'm telling you, it's they have to do what they got to do, right, in order to build up the momentum for the next season of Housewives, right? So Simon was the one that posted this to his Instagram, okay? I follow Simon on Instagram, and he posted this caption, right? The face of cheating wife. Let's start with why I filed for divorce. Let's start with who she cheated with and currently pregnant for and living in a home I paid for post-divorce. His Instagram handle is, you see it there. And this is how your generosity gets twisted. Let's get started there, right? This is first of all, can I just say this? I want to go on record and say, I don't believe that Simon Guobadia is running his Instagram account. I don't believe it. I feel like whoever is controlling his Instagram account is a part of this entire plot, because I still don't believe any of this is real. So Simon is basically alleging that FALYNN is currently pregnant by this guy who she was cheating with, which is why he filed for divorce. Oh, it gets better. Now, this post has been deleted, right? But I was wise enough to take a screenshot, ladies and gentlemen. And Simon posted to his, I'm going to pull it up in a minute. I'm pulling it up now. Simon posted to his Instagram surveillance footages, right, of this guy that he's referencing, Mr. Banks, arriving and leaving at his home. Now, Simon said that this is the reason why he filed for divorce a second time, right? So which one should I pull up first? Let me pull up the video. I mean, the picture. Hold up. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get this right. Let me get this right for y'all. Excuse me. All right, so here we go. Simon posted this picture to his social media, which is now deleted. He posted this to his Instagram. I took screenshots of this yesterday or the day before yesterday, whenever it was. And I went to look this morning. It's not there. He deleted it. Why? I don't know. So this is surveillance footage that shows on February 14th of this year that this is this gentleman, Mr. Banks, I guess pulling up to the gate of his house where he and FALYNN resided. And Simon is basically saying that when he was out of town, that this guy would be coming to visit his wife. Now, there was also a video of what appears to be this guy and FALYNN walking onto the property, but Simon basically said that, you know, there is cameras that have 360 view, so there's no way that they can avoid the camera. So let me pull up. I totally forgot. I'm glad that I screenshotted this, because when I saw that it was no longer there, I was like, what? Body yada 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 yada. Okay, hold up. I'm gonna try to make this fit in the screen so y'all can see and show y'all that this is for the love of you. All right. So as you can see, this is the Instagram post. Like I said, when did I take this screenshot? I took this June 6th. Oh, this was yesterday at 9:15 p.m. I'm looking at my phone. All right. So you see, this is Simon's post. Again, this is not on his Instagram anymore. So it reads, when I say I have receipts of a cheating wife, this is what it looks like when Jaylon Duckworth, aka Jaylon Banks, comes to my home on different days to sleep with my wife while I'm out of town in Miami. Wait for the video showing them coming back to my home at the end of a night out, trying to avoid front door cameras. I didn't take a screenshot of that because it was a video. I didn't think that he was going to delete it, but that's the video that I was mentioning. The dumb F words, yes, he typed F words, forgot the security cameras covered 360 degree view of the property. You cannot come on the property without being noticed by security cameras. Shaking my damn head. There are some receipts if needed. Tell me how many husbands or wives should tolerate this type of behavior from their spouse. I filed for divorce a second time after this video. She got a baby to prove that she was actively cheating. Allegedly. I'm saying allegedly. Y'all see this post? But again, he took it down. It's not on his Instagram. Let me go to his Instagram. So if we go to his Instagram page, see, it's not up there. He took it down. And this was him opening up a gift that he received from Shamia and Shamia's husband. They were cigars from the Dominican Republic. Yeah, he took it down. So he celebrated his birthday a few days ago. That's him and his family. Him and his children. And Miss Portia, she thinks she's slick. Y'all, this is a hot mess. This really is a hot mess. And I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Did you see this? Did you get an opportunity to see the video that he posted? I'm not getting tired of this, y'all. I'm keeping it a buck. I am not getting tired of this. Now, see, here's what I find interesting. Portia is going all out with this. She done got the man name tattooed on her neck. This is PJ, baby PJ, and Simon's daughter, okay? I think he has a daughter and 2 sons, if I'm not mistaken, right? So this is Simon's daughter. And Portia is like posted up, you know, taking pictures, getting ready to be stepmama. I don't know, y'all. This is a bit much. This is really, really a bit much. And the brat, she was actually defending Portia recently, you know, because people are calling Portia a homewrecker, yada yada. So the brat was actually defending Portia, which I find very, very interesting, considering that you know, Nicole Murphy was accused of stealing Lisa Ray's man, with Lisa Ray is supposedly the brat's sister, and the brat had words for, you know, Nicole Murphy. But Portia is, you know, Simon is still married to FALYNN. It's just a mess. But again, I'm here for it. Let's see what becomes of this, you know. If this is all a plan that they all set up, I think that Simon is a good sport. I think Simon is probably investing in Portia's business ventures. Portia has her own money, you know what I'm saying? But she could always use more, I guess. And Simon is getting his name out there and probably getting attention for his businesses, because people are looking up his net worth, looking up what he's done, his accomplishments, his accolades. So it's a win-win situation for them, entertainment-wise. This is a business transaction. Now, these allegations of Miss FALYNN being with child, I wonder if that's why he took down the that's why he took down the post, because he's making these strong allegations. Do you guys care? I have a strong feeling a lot of you don't care. Well, Royal Family, I'm definitely going to be tuning in. I don't remember when. Just go to Up and Adam on YouTube, and I think it's supposed to be this week. It might be this week that the interview is going to be taking place. He says, the guy Adam says that, you know, we're going to be surprised, and that FALYNN really didn't make it about Simon. You know, she really poured her heart out and all this other stuff. Yeah, okay, sure, I guess. I guess he might be in on it too. He might be, you know, broke off, because look, if Simon paid me a nice chunk of change to interview FALYNN and let me know what's what, I'm keeping it buck with you, I probably would do it too. I said probably, okay? It depends on the terms and conditions of this transaction and of this setup. So he could be paid too. We don't know. But I'll be tuning in. I don't think that we're going to get any shocking information. I don't think anything is going to be revealed to us that we don't already know. So yeah, we shall see. So Royal Family, this is where the train stops, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who are watching the replay, thank you so much for joining. I greatly appreciate your support. If you drop a comment, thank you. I greatly appreciate the engagement. If you haven't done so already, please, before you leave, before I end the video, make sure you are paying your admission fee. Okay, we allow you to pay your admission fee after. That's fine. Hit that like button. Share the video if you want to pay a little bit more. I don't mind. All right, so I'm signing off, Royal Family. I'll be back for something. Just make sure your notifications are on. And until next time, peace.